This podcast is brought to you by Most Valuable Podcasts, leading the league in podcasting entertainment.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. This is the Fast Break Podcast. I'm your host, Sean Anderson. Alongside me, as always, is Ricky Widmer.
I hate Discord. I do. I hate it with my being. I hate it with everything. But what's up? What's up?
And Dave Oster.
Hey, everybody.
And today it is week 5 or 6 of quarantine. It has been super fun doing these away from each other, and I totally am missing the room that we're typically in. But
do you miss the man smell after fucking 5 hours of being in there? That's the question.
It doesn't get that bad.
Some days.
During the summer, wait till we're back in summer. You know?
That's
if we ever get out.
Yeah.
If we ever get out. And if we ever get out, if we don't ever get out, we're probably just going to keep doing more redrafts.
Hey, man, Jacksonville beaches are open. They're open today, so we can go. We can go to the beach.
We're still shut down. We're not having school, so I don't think we're getting open anytime soon. But we're going to be doing a 2016 redraft of the NBA, our 2016 NBA draft. What the fuck am I trying to say? We're gonna be redrafting the 2016 NBA draft. We're gonna be looking back at my picks because that was the first mock draft I ever did. We'll be looking back at my picks, and we all have 10 teams. We have live trades. It's gonna be like one of our old live mocks. We're gonna be just doing that, but with the 2016 draft. Then we are going to be talking about Jalen Green and Isaiah Todd's decisions to skip college and to forego any college eligibility and go right into the G League. They're going to get $500K. They're going to start up a Southern California team that both of those young players are going to join, and then we'll talk about what that leads to next and how that's going to affect their their candidacy looking at the 2021 NBA draft. How's it going to affect their stocks? What we've never seen this before, so we're just going to talk about it and see the impact of it. But before we get into all of that, check out patreon.com/mostvaluablepodcast. If you want to join us, you can be on one of these calls. You can give us topics. You can suggest some stuff. And you can also join our Discord. You can talk with us each and every day like Ricky and Dave do. And I try my best sometimes. But Ricky and Dave do a great job of talking to everybody in the Discord. And I want to give a shout out to them. But let's jump into the 2016 NBA draft. Like I said, all of us have 10 teams. So Ricky's going to start off. Ricky has the 76ers, the Lakers, the Bulls, the Pistons, the Spurs, the Warriors, the Hornets, the Wizards, the Blazers, and Cavs. Dave has the Suns, the T-Wolves, the Kings, the Bucks, the Grizzlies, the Hawks, the Clippers, the Knicks, the Nets, and the Heat. And I have the Celtics, the Nuggets, the Magic, the Pelicans, Raptors, Pacers, Jazz, Thunder, Rockets, and Mavericks. And if that's too much to follow, we will literally just say it every time that we have a pick. So, Ricky, you are on the board at number 1. The 76ers are on the board. Back when this was happening, whenever I published this article, I had them taking Ben Simmons, and that was the pick they ended up making. What are you doing here?
Well, for me, because as you say in your write-up, you put at the end, also, why would there be rumors of the 76ers shopping Okafor or Noel? Maybe we are shopping both of them, but I have a thought process here. There are 4 picks in my little pool that I'm thinking about. The first one's easy. The first one's Ben Simmons. That's who they took. The second one, Pascal Siakam. Looking back, he's developed into a much better player than where he was drafted in that 2016 draft. Number 3, the president, Malcolm Brogdon. Rookie of the year. Got to give him some love. He's in there. Probably won't be the pick. And then, of course, Patrick McCaw. Because if Philly wants to get to the finals run through Patrick McCaw. So that's how you get to the finals. But the way I'm thinking is you got to go back and put yourself in Philly's shoes. This was one where Joel Embiid had not played. He had not played up until this point. The season coming after this draft will be the first one. I've got him at the 5. I also have Jahlil Okafor. Nerlens Noel is also on this team.
Also
my point guard, also at the 5, but could play him at the 4. One of them's got to play the 4.
Nope.
And
not even one.
And I'm looking here and I'm going, TJ McConnell's my point guard, but here's what I'm going to do. I'm doubling down. I am not going to go Ben Simmons. I'm going Pascal Siakam, number 1.
Damn it.
Pascal Siakam, numero uno. Because here's the thing. It's a double-edged sword, and this is me using my knowledge for what comes in the future.
Yep.
Number 1, I get a great player down the line because this is hindsight 2020. And then number 2, that Philadelphia Raptor series never happens because Pascal's not on that team. Can Kawhi do it all on his own? Does C-Scam?
Not in Toronto.
That is a question, but I'm going to roll the dice on that one. I'm going to roll the dice on Pascal instead of Ben Simmons.
Some would say he has similar issues to Ben Simmons in the fact that he can't shoot confidently. At least he shoots from the outside.
And that's the thing. Like, Ben
Simmons is a better defender, and Ben Simmons is a better passer.
And here's the other thing with this pick. And I know Diamond in the Twitch chat saying Ricky acting dumb as always. But here's the thing. Here's the thing about these redrafts. If I'm just going to pick Ben Simmons, what has Ben Simmons done for the 76ers lately? Nothing. Haven't got you playoff championships. So I'm going to go with Pascal Siakam. I'm going to try to rewrite the history and do something different.
Okay, trajectory stays the same regardless of the team. That's a fair assumption. Also, I think we have to toss out there that we're not taking undrafted players in this redraft.
Just people who were drafted.
Yeah, people who were drafted.
1 through 60 only.
Yeah, 1 through 60. So Fred VanVleet's going to remain undrafted. So don't be. I mean, I guess we could throw him in there if we want, just because he's notable. But we'll leave it. The rules were that we're going to leave undrafted players off. Because there is a notable undrafted, like Derek Jones is in there.
Notable.
Yogi Ferrell
He's a dunk champ.
Alex Caruso, Ryan Arcidiacono.
We're talking about all-timers here.
It's not that important.
These are all
Bryn
literally
Forbes.
just fan favorites. Like, all of those people are fan favorites, to be fair.
Can we go back to Ricky picking...
I've already moved past it, Sean. I'd rather not.
I mean, I
react to it.
Well, that team doesn't make the playoffs the first year that Ben Simmons makes it. They don't win 50 games, and then you don't see the process like flip. I forgot that word because we haven't said it in so long. But the process flip, and we don't see them then go after Jimmy Butler because Pascal Siakam really didn't start becoming Pascal Siakam until last year.
Yeah,
so they're not going to go out and go pay for Jimmy Butler, and even at that point, just Joel Embiid get a larger workload, and does that hurt him?
Ben Simmons took his first year off, so like you got that 1 year gap space still.
Yeah, we're not TTP. Yeah,
but the first year he was there.
Which would be the 2017-2018.
Yeah, then they went to the playoffs, right?
Yeah.
And they won 50 games?
Yeah.
Or 50 plus games?
Now you're questioning
history. They won 50 games, 52 and 30.
Yeah.
And then they went to the second round before losing to Boston.
Mm-hmm. Like, I mean, that was, and they don't, that doesn't happen in the process. Might be
the other thing I'm looking at, and of course with these redrafts, hindsight's always 20/20. Like it's hard to be like, hey, I'm going to do this redraft, but not fucking know how what these players turned into. 76ers got 2 more picks to work with. So like, I'm looking at
Ben Simmons.
I'm not getting Ben Simmons, but I'm going to take a fucking really good player. So my backcourt of the future now is Embiid and Siakam, and I'll look for a point guard later. And if I need to trade up, I can trade up with those.
He's got ammo to trade up. He's still got a lot of picks.
There are some point guards in this draft that I like, or guards in this draft that I could use at the point guard position.
All right, well, Ricky, you're on the clock. You have pick number 2. You have the Los Angeles Lakers. Who are you going with?
And this one's super easy. Ben Simmons. Ben Simmons and a Laker. I'm getting Magic Johnson for the Lakers. Here's the question I wanted to propose for this, though. And this is what history would have been like with Ben Simmons. 2-part question. One, if Ben Simmons is a Laker, do they get LeBron later down the line? And number 2, if they do get LeBron, is Ben Simmons in the package to get Anthony Davis? Is this a Ben Simmons turns into a Pelican? When all this went down with them trying to get AD, because technically BI, who they took here originally, was in that trade for AD.
I mean, I don't think I'd be as afraid. I mean, I think the package gets lessened for AD just because Ben Simmons at the time of that trade was more valuable than Brandon Ingram. Brandon Ingram really didn't find his value until this year where he started dropping 20 points, and he was good, but I don't think everyone thought he was this good. He did take a step up, and you did, Dave. But I mean, I don't think you thought that he was going to come in and do this.
Credit where credit's due.
Did you think he was going to do this though?
Yes, I literally said this because I was look at what he did, prior to his injury in his time in LA when LeBron stepped aside because of his injury.
Yeah,
he was amazing. And
then he had the blood clot issue.
Right. But he had all summer. Who knew? All right.
But yeah, Ben Simmons is number 2. I had Brandon Ingram obviously going at that point on my 2016 mock draft. I said the decision. I wrote Philadelphia 76ers GM Brian Colangelo, outdated, said the decision between Ingram and Simmons changes every day. When it comes to June 23rd, you can expect Adam Silver to announce Ben Simmons' name with the number 1 overall pick. I'm such a cheesy writer. And then leaving the Lakers with the decision of the second best prospect in Ingram or a big man like Dragan Bender or Marquise Chris. If the Lakers are smart, they will take Ingram. Well,
Dragan Bender.
But I love saying Dragan Bender.
Yeah. All right. Up third now is the Boston Celtics. I have this pick. This one's actually kind of tough for me because I think you could ask the question. I mean, not really which player is better because it's obviously Brandon Ingram, but they went with Jaylen Brown here, and it's not like Jaylen Brown turned out wrong. I mean, he's been playing well, got a contract extension before Brandon Ingram even did, and he was an immediate contributor to their playoff teams. So I think Celtic fans could make an argument for Jaylen Brown, but now where Ingram is, and maybe it's a little bit different because you also have Jason Tatum now, but at the point you didn't have Jason Tatum, Ingram's a better scorer, and he wasn't on the board at this point. I'll take Brandon Ingram. Obviously I didn't have them bring Ingram. I had them taking Jamal Murray, who's still on the board, but he had that crazy 77 for 100 3-point shooting output in the Celtics workout. So that's why I had them going 3. So Jamal Murray going 3 there.
Here's a question that I have them with this. If let's say Brandon Ingram then goes to the Celtics, how does that play in with will they be in then the position to take Jason Tatum? Mm-hmm. And 2, with Jason Tatum and B.I., does that team beat LeBron's Cavs team? And do we see the Celtics in the finals against the Warriors over what we saw where the Cavs won that Game 7 and came back?
I mean, especially at that point, I mean, Tatum had a fantastic series that year, but then Ingram wasn't at that point progressed, and maybe with a larger role, he would have progressed sooner. But I don't think Ingram causes that much. And again, it's tough because in 2017, I know they end up getting Jason Tatum. But I mean, they also had the first pick anyways.
And
so
now
they could still get Jason Tatum, and it's not like that's going to be affected because it wasn't even their pick.
And now with BI, do they even take Jason Tatum?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I mean, think they fell in love with Tatum.
Yeah, and they took him even after Jaylen Brown.
Good point.
So, I mean, it might not lay out the exact same way and happen again, and maybe they do look for Markelle Fultz at that point. But I do think that it's likely that they would just probably go BPI and take Ingram at that time. But I mean, if you want to make an argument for Jaylen Brown, I don't think it's super crazy as they didn't miss on that pick.
No, I get that. I get it.
4th overall, we have Dave and the Suns. They have a couple more picks. They have a 13th pick as well. So we'll see Dave come back with the Suns here. But what are you going to do? Oh, they also have a pick at 28.
Quick interjection question, and this is just are we going to say your picks after or before, Sean?
Whatever we want.
Okay. I didn't know which one you wanted to. Did you want to lead off with yours, or?
Well, here we'll do that then. 4th pick overall. It ended up being Dragan Bender. Going 4th overall. The Suns ended up taking
boy.
It was your boy. I had them going Marquise Chris here. I said I'm falling in love with Chris. I have a love-hate relationship with Dragan Bender, who's been in my top 5 in every mock. But Chris's potential and athletic ability is something special. Dave, I had them going Marquise Chris. They ended up going Dragan Bender. Both didn't work out. Where are you going in this pick with 4 overall?
This is actually genuinely tough for me because there's a couple things to go on with this Suns roster at this point. They had about 17 point guards on this roster. None of which they liked, obviously. They desperately needed a big man because Alex Len wasn't going to be their guy. So you've got the toss-up of, do I go for that point guard? Do I go for a center? Do I go for a wing potential player like a Jaylen Brown? And I'm in a toss-up between Domantas Sabonis and Jamal Murray. And I know that I'm going to eat shit if I don't pick Jamal Murray here. But, my brain's telling me, Sabonis on this team would work pretty well.
But what about Jakob Poeltl, man?
I'm taking the no-brainer. I'm taking the no-brainer and just going with Jamal Murray. I don't care if they have 17 point guards. I feel the need to pair my backcourt to be one of the best shooting backcourts in the NBA.
You're getting a good shooting backcourt, but it's not like they're great defensively.
Nope, not even worried about it.
You think you can make the argument Sabonis has had a more impressive career so far. I mean, Jamal Murray had that slip up on IG Live. We all know about that.
True.
But then also, I don't think that's going to hurt him draft stock wise. It didn't happen yet.
That hair game, though.
But Sabonis has ended up being a really good player, and him against Ayton down in the future would be interesting.
Yeah, he's such a unique player, and it's the fact that he kind of brings you a little bit of everything. Offensive game so well-rounded. Defensively, he's strong, but there's just something about finding that point guard of the future to pair with Devin Booker right away. And I think that's what's tempting me. But yeah, no, I'm going to do it. I'm going to just lock in Jamal Murray right here.
And from
Devin
Twitch
Booker
chat,
Jamal Murray.
Diamond telling you to take Jaylen Brown. You went against him. Saying
fair.
Take Jaylen Brown, who was technically the third guy off the board.
Yeah, I understand. Jaylen he's a very good player. But, I don't want to hamper Devin Booker at all. So why put somebody next to him, similar role as far as positions? They're both shooting guards. I know Brown can slide to the 3 without too much of an issue. So
even in the 2020 NBA, even in the 2020 redraft of the 2016 NBA draft, we are still not giving Jaylen Brown credit.
Nope.
So it's just like nothing's changed in the past 4 years. Up next is going to be Dave again. He's got the 5th pick for the T-Wolves via the 76ers. I think that's wrong, actually. It was just the T-Wolves pick. I don't know why that's there. The T-Wolves pick via the 76ers. They ended up taking Chris Dunn. I had them taking Chris Dunn as well. Chris Dunn does not want to be in Phoenix or Boston. Apparently, those were the reports, or at least that's what Adrian Wojnarowski was reporting a month ago. Chris Dunn said recently that he would be honored to be in a Celtics uniform, but the original report saying that his agent would hold Dunn's medical record to the Suns and Celtics is too much of a red flag. Chris will be able to step in immediately. No, he didn't. For the T-Wolves, whether that is from the bench or a starting
coach's
role.
Problem.
Yeah, well, I mean, are you going to redo it? I mean, do you believe in Chris Dunn?
I don't believe in Chris Dunn that much. And again, you got to remember, this is a T-Wolves team that was just loaded with so much young talent here. You had Zach, you had Kat, you had Wiggins. Oh, man. It's tough because I know the best player available, but I also know that they were looking to move on from Ricky Rubio. And I could get them Malcolm Brogdon to play alongside there.
Yeah, you can get him Chris Dunn.
But
Chris Dunn's available.
I think I'm just going to take the best player available here and take Jaylen Brown.
All right. Jaylen Brown is now a...
fit be damned, don't care.
Well, I mean, is the fit that bad? I mean... You end up looking at what the roster is now.
Pretend Zach LaVine's a point guard,
And hey, Zach LaVine's not going to be there much longer. A couple of years, he gets traded.
I mean, does Jaylen Brown
trade still happen?
Does he alter their season this much, and then does he alter them to a point where they don't need Jimmy buckets, or does then Jaylen Brown just become a bull?
I don't know. That's a fair question, though. I like that.
Yeah. How does a package of Jaylen Brown, Lauri Markkanen, and what was
Chris Dunn. Because this would be Chris Dunn.
Yeah.
I'm smart.
Who was the other person? Was it
It was Zach. It was Zach, Chris Dunn, and then the pick we used for Lowry.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. And then it was they
got Justin Patton.
Justin Patton. Yeah. Right. Oof. All right. Yeah. So I mean, do you think that affects the end up being Jimmy Butler trade here?
I don't think the Jimmy Butler trade happens if this happens.
I still think it really happens. I just don't think Jaylen Brown's a part of the deal.
Why do you think that it doesn't happen, Dave?
I think they're a better team, obviously, if they take, someone who has better skills than Chris Dunn has had and will ever have, apparently.
Do they just give up Levine in the trade?
He's a dynamic wing. I think if they did want to move forward, Levine's no problem to go up. I wonder if they would give up Wiggins, Yeah. Like, I would rather move on from Wiggins than I would keep Jaylen Brown and
defense.
Zach LaVine at the 2 and the 3. Flip, obviously, Jaylen at the 3 defensively.
Yeah.
And move on from Wiggins if I could prior to that contract. Like that seems like the smartest move they could make going forward. I know that was what the Bulls were targeting was Andrew Wiggins at the time as well. So I think that would have been a really interesting shakeup.
And Dave and Ricky, you don't think it happens?
I mean, I still think that it does. Like, I feel like the T-Wolves are not going to be, even with Jaylen Brown, it's still going to happen. It's just what pieces are a part of that deal. Because the thing you got to think about it with the Bulls is just because this pick happens doesn't mean Jimmy's not happy. doesn't mean everything doesn't go down with the Bulls because D Wade came in and gave Jimmy a bad head. Like, that's what I think. That's still going to happen. Jimmy's getting traded, and the T-Wolves will really want him. The thing that I bring up from Twitch chat, and this kind of goes with both of Dave's pick because it's Brown, of the thing I did wonder with the Suns part is like Jaylen Brown and his defense. And like I agree with the Wiggins thing because I'll keep fucking Jaylen Brown, who can play better defense than Andrew Wiggins. And even with the Suns, like Jaylen Brown would have been a good pick also because you could then have Jaylen Brown to make up for some of the defense that you're not going to get. And you can just let Booker focus all on the offense because you can have Brown and his defense.
He does that
next
anyway.
to him. Yeah, but now you can have a defender next to him, kind of like what the Warriors have, where it's like Steph can do Steph because Clay is a better defender. They could make up for it a little bit.
At the time, they had Eric Bledsoe, they had PJ Tucker.
Mm-hmm.
Like they had guys around him. They just all of those guys are lower tier, players.
Yeah.
So get what you get.
All right. Next pick is me. It's the Pelicans. They're at 6. They ended up taking Buddy Hield. I had them taking Dragan Bender. My love-hate relationship is so hard to deal with when it comes to Bender. We've seen great international big men before, and we've seen terrible international big men before. Bender looks slow on tape, but his length is dangerous. He needs to add size to his game, but he will be playing next to Anthony Davis, so his size will be hidden. His offensive game seems to be there, but his defensive game needs to catch up. Is he athletic enough? I just can't figure it out. Dave, was Dragan Bender athletic enough for the NBA?
Some would say he was never athletic. He did not gain athleticism much at all. I still say he is 21, 22, and he's not done. Like I still have faith in Dragan Bender. I think that he's going to be a role player in the league. He's 7 feet. He can shoot from the outside. He can move the ball.
He might go overseas, though. I mean, he hasn't been able to find a home just yet, and he went to a great team in the Bucks and wasn't able to find a way there.
Yeah, but he played on the Warriors.
Yeah,
he finished last season with the Warriors.
Do you think he was? I mean, I wasn't that impressed. Were you?
Are you kidding me? Did you see? He had 2 great games on the Warriors, and that's enough.
Uh-oh, the Dragan Bender stand's coming out now.
Yeah, let's do this.
I wanted to clarify because you're also the person that blew up over Mario Hezonja's block and said that now he's a max player.
I didn't say he was a max player. I just said
sure that a max player.
No, I didn't. But that's cute. No, I get excited about things. Yeah, Dragan Bender's last game, literally his last game was his best game of his career probably. He was playing against Clippers. He put up 23, 7 boards, 3 assists, shooting pretty well, 8 of 12 from the field, 2 of 5 from 3.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying.
And in the 9 games he played with the Warriors, he shot 43% from the field, 32% from 3, and averaged 9 points in 21 minutes.
That's pretty good for a 7-footer who has, came into the league at 18, and you're trying to mold him to be Brook Lopez-esque. Yeah. I would say he's not too far off.
We tried to go to Brook Lopez land in Milwaukee and didn't work out. All right.
He got replaced by Robin Lopez. That was a family connection. That was just nepotism.
I'm trying to find a trade here.
Oh, you're trying to find a trade here, eh?
I got Anthony Davis, and this is before he requests a trade.
Correct.
This is before Boogie Cousins comes here.
Yep.
The pick that they ended up making, Buddy Hield, just ends up being moved in that Buddy Hield deal.
Mm-hmm.
Jimmy Butler is available, right? We got DeMarcus Cousins who is available. I'm gonna call up Ricky.
Mm-hmm.
Ricky, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
Not bad. You recently just signed Dwayne Wade and Jimmy Butler.
I did.
Dwayne Wade and Rajon Rondo.
I did.
So I don't think you're ready to give up.
This was
Jimmy Butler yet, but are you interested in giving up Jimmy Butler? In this hindsight,
not Jimmy. Like, see, here's the thing: if you would have said a different name, I would have been all on board with it. If you would have said D Wade, conversations would be open. Because that's the problem with my team. It's not Jimmy. It's that D Wade came in and started putting those little bad seeds in Jimmy's head.
Didn't even sign yet, did he?
Yeah, this was the offseason that he did.
Yeah, but the draft happens before the offseason.
It happens in July.
Yeah, but like if we're playing, I'm planning it's going to be the same thing. It's not like I'm going to change my free agency.
D Wade before he's signed with the team.
You're right. I'm not trading Jimmy though. No, that's the if of it. No, I'm not trading Jimmy.
Rick, what if I told you that Kawhi Leonard's going to be upset, and I'll give you Anthony Davis right now?
I'm listening. If you're giving me Anthony Davis, then I'm listening. What's the offer?
I'll give you Anthony Davis for Kawhi Leonard.
But I don't have Kawhi Leonard.
You do on another team?
You own the Spurs at 20.
Oh,
at
I
20.
thought you were fucking talking about the Bulls still.
No, I'm the Pelicans.
You're jumping between my teams, and I can't fucking.
D-Wade.
No. D-Wade's under contract right now. Dave's right. I can't trade him.
Okay, I don't want anyone else on your team. Your team still sucks.
No, I'm not going to trade Kawhi if I'm the fucking Spurs.
He doesn't get injured just yet.
No. I'm gonna try my best. I mean, I'm running the team, so I'm gonna try to keep him, although he's still gonna leave. And I'm not trading Kawhi Leonard. No, yet.
I will
maybe in a different redraft.
With you turning down my trade offers, I will then just go with Buddy Hield. I don't think it was a bad pick. He ends up being a good shooter. It's what they wanted, and he didn't end up playing on their team. And trading him led to getting Boogie, and then obviously it led to them trading Anthony Davis, and I think it ended up working out for them the best. So I'll just go with Buddy Hield, and I mean he wasn't bad, he just wasn't great with the Pelicans, and he kind of became unlocked when Jaeger played faster.
That's the guy I would have taken if we made the trade with the Bulls, and 2, that's the guy I was hoping would fall all the way to 15 because the way that this
draft isn't that good.
It's not that good, but I was hoping there were other guys that you guys were. I'm like, oh, I hope he slides a little bit because knowing our live mocks, there's always that one guy, Robert Williams being one of them, where it's just we just forget about him. We forget, and it's like, oh shit, it's the 30th pick. How did this player fall to the Warriors?
Yeah, hopefully
that's usually how it works.
All right, now up with number 7, the 7th pick, Nuggets. I have this pick. They ended up taking Jamal Murray. They got this in the Carmelo trade. It was they acquired Wilson Chandler, Raymond Felton, Danilo Gallinari, Timothy Mozgov, a 2014 first, a 2012, and a 2013 second, and the option to first swap 2016 first-round picks and cash considerations from New York. So they end up having this pick in the Carmelo trade. They do have a lot of picks this round. They have the 7th. They have the 15th, and they have the 19th. I guess now that I don't have Jamal Murray on the board, I will... I'm gonna call up the Suns. Hey, Dave.
I'm listening.
The draft rights to Jamal Murray, and you get the 7th and 19th.
That'd be great, but Jamal Murray's my team, and I don't know that I want to trade him for 2 lesser picks. Like 7 and 15 in this draft.
No, 7 and 19.
7 and 19. Yeah, you're not.
Would 17 and 15 help?
19, 7 and 19. Yeah, I don't know if there's a 19th best player in this draft that I really love.
That's
you can always trade for draft considerations.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
And future picks. Don't forget about futures.
I'm good. I like what I did on the Suns.
Damn it. All right.
Actually, Dave's second guessing. Hang on.
Actually,
not good when Dave starts second guessing.
I'm just gonna wait.
Take one, and then you know what? 7, 19, and a second next year.
Deal.
Done.
All right, Jamal Murray. Kings are now on the board.
So
nope. I'll take Domantas Sabonis.
Montes Sabonis. All right.
Why are you taking Sabonis there for the Suns, Dave?
Because I feel like if I could get the extra value of another first-round pick and get literally the guy who I was like neck and neck with as far as who I would prefer to have for that Suns team, I should do it. Like, it's extra value in this draft. And I know every draft could be a little different as far as where you want to value guys, but I literally was like this close to pulling the trigger on Sabonis the first time. So the fact that I could get a second first-round pick for this, why not? Why not load up on picks in this draft?
I don't think it's a bad trade. I think it's fairly good. I mean, I didn't love Sabonis there. for the Nuggets. He does, obviously he's a good passer, but I don't know if he's that great of a fit. And then Brogdon, I think I need more of a dynamic shooter on that team. So and I know he's a 50, 40, 90 guy, but
he's a complementary piece.
Yeah, he's not great off the bounce, so I'll still go Jamal Murray. Even though I think he's still got ridiculous – he's always that guy that has ridiculous potential, but is either like super hot or super cold.
Yeah.
Well, and here's the other thing that this throws a wrench. This throws a wrench into the 76ers plans now. Because at this point,
draft another center?
No, a point guard. Because at this point, I'm thinking, okay, the Suns have Jamal. Like, I'm gonna see how many point guards fall to me, and do I have to move up? Will I be happy with somebody at 25? I gotta reevaluate my draft board. Sixers might have to move up because I didn't take Ben Simmons number 1.
You have 24 and 26.
Okay. On ours, it's one below because of the top bar.
Yeah, but so we'll see there. I mean, you might have to end up trading up, and maybe it'll be more interesting. But we'll go next to pick number 9, the guy who just traded, or pick number 8. The Sacramento Kings are now on the board. Dave, this pick was the first pick that was traded in this draft. The Kings ended up taking Marquise Chriss, but then traded it to the Suns. The Suns acquired their first round pick, number 8, and then Sacramento acquired the 13th and 28th, the 22nd or a 2020 second round pick, and the rights to Bogdan Bogdanovic. So what a steal for Sacramento, but not for the 13th pick and the 28th pick or the 2020 second rounder, but getting Bogdan Bogdanovic.
I would love to have Bogdan Bogdanovic on this team again, but I'm also the Suns, and I'm not giving that up. So unfortunately, deal with it. But I am in the market for a point guard because I don't want to go into next season with a absolute garbage backcourt. I lose Rajon Rondo in the offseason. I'm really not excited about having, Ty Lawson as my lead point guard. So I'm just going to take Malcolm Brogdon here.
Malcolm Brogdon.
Just playing it safe. Malcolm Brogdon.
Malcolm Brogdon.
Yep. But hey, come on. Malcolm Brogdon, Boogie, Rudy Gay. What a team.
I ended up having them taking Buddy Hield here, who they ended up getting in that Boogie trade. I said Sacramento needs help with a terrible front office, a dysfunctional star, and a new head coach coming in. They need a stable player. At least in that right up there, that's Malcolm Brogdon for you.
That is literally Malcolm Brogdon. He can come in, he can facilitate, he can take open shots, let Boogie run a little point, let him run point. You still got Reek. So they got options.
And I also want to give credit to myself because with the Denver pick, I didn't write the Knicks thing. But I said that I had him picking Jaylen Brown, and I said Jaylen Brown has a ton of potential. If he develops his shot, then he's a for-sure all-star. But can he develop? He did. I was right.
He did. Can he develop? Yes. The answer was yes.
The Nuggets can take a chance on him due to their multitude of picks if they keep him. With Brown's athletic ability, he can develop into a two-way stud. However, along with questions about his developing, also comes questions about his attitude. Oh my God, yikes, that's rough. I forgot he had bad interviews. Jaylen Brown did. The guy who was taking senior year classes his freshman year. Shout out to Jaylen Brown. All right, let's go to the next pick. 9th pick, Raptors via Denver. This pick was acquired. Toronto acquired Marcus Camby, Steve Novak, Quentin Richardson, a 2016 first-round pick, a 2014 and 2017 second-round pick, and New York acquired Andrea Bargnani.
Jesus.
So Raptors are on the board. They take Jakob Poeltl here. I had them taking Skal Labissière. Toronto needs a power forward that can stretch the floor. Pascal Siakam. We saw how well Bismack Biyombo did in Game 3 and Game 4 of the Eastern Conference Finals, but I'm not buying into his hype. Thank God I didn't. Skal provides athleticism and length to the Raptors lineup. Skal has a very high bust potential, but he will not have the pressure to be the focal point of the franchise, which might help him develop. Also playing with Lowry, DeRozan, and Valanciunas will help. 2 of those 3 guys are not on that team anymore. Let's see. Is anyone interested in a trade?
Not yet. No.
What if I told you the Suns were interested in a trade?
I
would love to hear it. What's up?
Wheeling and dealing. Wheeling and dealing.
I need a power forward who could shoot.
I mean, I do have PJ Tucker. I do.
I'm not interested now.
You're not interested in PJ Tucker?
No. The Raptors had PJ Tucker. They could have had PJ Tucker. I don't want PJ Tucker.
Do you want a TJ Warren?
Is that now you're talking my language.
So I'll do a pick swap, TJ Warren, and I will throw in my newly acquired second rounder from Who did I trade with literally 4 seconds ago?
The Nuggets.
The Nuggets. And my second rounder this year. So 2 seconds.
2 seconds, TJ Warren for a top 10 pick.
I mean, yes.
You know how that sounds, right, Dave? Doesn't sound too good.
I understand how it sounds, but at the same time, you have to consider the production. And you can't deny that man is a black hole of offense.
It's true. He is a black hole of offense. However, I could just look at, some of the power, stretch fours that are out there. I could look at some of the guards that are out there. I could just, take a pick here. Are the Pacers interested in trading? Oh, it's me. Damn it. All right, I'm not going to do that. I was going to try to get Bojan Bogdanovic from the Pacers before he got good. All right,
you could trade with yourself.
I'm not going to. It's going to get sloppy. I'll take Malik Beasley here. Okay. He's available. Ended up going 19th to Denver. I'll take Malik Beasley now. They'll end up needing a guard anyways, so I'll take Malik Beasley.
That's fair.
I think in that era he can do pretty good. All right, Malik Beasley off the board. All right, number 10.
Do we want to give after every 10 picks? Do we want to just roll through a recap?
Yeah, let's do it. Good idea. All right, at number 1, the 76ers. Ricky took Pascal Siakam. At number 2, the Lakers. Ricky took Ben Simmons. Number 3, the Celtics. I took Brandon Ingram. Number 4, the Suns took Jamal Murray. And then a couple picks went by. The T-Wolves took Jaylen Brown. The Pelicans took Buddy Hield. And then the Nuggets came up at 7, and they ended up trading with the Suns. The Suns got the 8th pick, who they took Domantas Sabonis with, the 19th pick, and a future 2nd pick. And the Nuggets ended up just getting Jamal Murray back. Then at the 8th pick, the Kings took Malcolm Brogdon. And then at 9, the Raptors took Malik Beasley. Now we're up at 10. Bucks are on the clock. Dave, who are you taking?
At 10.
They took Thon Maker here.
Yeah, we're not taking Thon Maker now.
Yeah, they took Thon Maker. I had him taking Jakob Poeltl.
Yeah, Yaka.
They need shooting and defense down low. Poeltl will not provide shooting, but he can provide phenomenal in the post, both offensively and defensively.
That's not a bad pick.
Also, Greg Monroe was a disappointment, apparently.
Oh, great. Well, I mean, Greg Monroe, disappointment. Just ask Jake about that. How'd that work out for the 76ers?
I like Soapy. Thon Maker, shot taker.
He was a shot taker. No disagreement here. But what if they took a different direction here? What if they went for one of those upside picks? What if they were like, I'm real intrigued by this Karis LeVert kid, and I think a second ball handler next to Giannis Antetokounmpo could be pretty beneficial. Someone who's not afraid to take outside shots. Someone who, obviously injuries have been part of his career, but at the same time, he's somebody who has the ability to take over games just as much. So I want to say that you're going to go with, you've got your Giannis, you've got your Chris Mid, and then you got, obviously, Karis LeVert. I think that is a Wings future that can't be matched.
Yeah, and I ended up having Karis going 55 to Brooklyn that year just because of the injuries. That was such a big part of the reason why he wasn't a first-round pick, because he looked so good at Michigan, but he was consistently injured. Yeah. And Brooklyn ended up taking a shot at him the first round, which was pretty surprising. There was a lot of first-round shocks in this one. So Karis, obviously looking back, should have been in the first round. So good on Brooklyn taking him. But yeah, I mean, Karis going top 10 definitely had the talent, just was never healthy enough.
Mm-hmm. No, I understand. And that's the thing. It's always a risk, but if there's one team that works with players and their conditioning, you can't deny the history that is the Milwaukee Bucks and the transformations we've seen out of multiple players on that team. So strength and conditioning coaches there are excellent. They work their way into excellent coaching over time with Bud. I think that could be something special.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I think that you look at Karis and all the strides and strengths he made, and obviously that had to deal with Kenny Atkinson coming over and being his coach in Brooklyn. But I mean, when Bud came over, I think that would probably unlock him. All right, let's go to the next pick. Ricky's going to be on the clock soon, but we got three more picks of me and Dave. At number 11, the Magic are on the clock. The Magic are looking for a trade if anyone is interested. We do have Victor Oladipo available.
Ring.
We do have our pick available. I'm picking it up. What's up?
Ring. So the 76ers are interested. And what I am looking for...
Now, remember, we traded this for Serge Ibaka, so you better make it a good deal.
I'm going to be bold here. I'll give you both my picks this year, plus my pick next year. The 76ers.
Oh, 76ers. Okay.
I'll give you both my picks, 24 and 26, plus next year's first for this pick and Victor Oladipo.
So you're giving me 3 first-rounders?
I'm giving you 3 firsts.
And you're giving me
this pick and Oladipo.
Unprotected Brooklyn's pick.
Unprotected next year. For this pick and Oladipo.
Unprotected Sacramento?
Yeah, so next year, the top three, it becomes the top 3. That's unprotected. You can have it. Both these and next year's for Oladipo in this pick.
Zero reason why I'm saying no, because I know the Magic are not going to develop Victor Oladipo. So I will take, so I'm getting Vic, your 24 and 26. And
Jake says Sacramento was a pick swap, not a pick. So you get to swap picks with the Kings, which they're going to be bad. So you're going to get it anyway.
Now that I did what I did.
I'm absolutely taking that.
So with this pick, DeJounte Murray.
Gives me the possibility to get Jason Tatum. I'm absolutely taking it.
Yeah. Because here's what I'm rolling with. And this is the reason why I did this. I'm taking DeJounte Murray with this pick. In this draft alone, the 76ers now took Pascal Siakam. We now have Victor Oladipo as our future 2, and DeJounte Murray as our future 1. That's 4 with Joel Embiid coming in, playing his first season. That's 4 of my 5 positions locked down for the future.
I hate to be that guy, but he did a really good job.
Did I overpay? Maybe, but I had to get Vic. I had to throw that one in next year because, and this is yet again, I know what Markelle Fultz is going to be. I wasn't high on him. I didn't think he'd be what we saw now. And the kind of journey that we've seen from him, but fuck it.
I mean, you still got a point guard who can't shoot.
Yeah, I mean, but I've got Pascal Siakam. I've got Victor Oladipo who can shoot. Like, I've got shooting, and I can add shooting.
Vic's not a great shooter, but okay.
He's better than...
You got great defenders. You got
too.
All-world defenders between Vic, DeJounte Murray, and Pascal Siakam, Joel Embiid.
Who knows? Maybe Jimmy comes in later down the line, and this team's a little bit better than what they were.
Yeah, also has our guy Rocco. Rocco's still on the team.
True.
I mean, I got 3 first-round picks for a guy that I would end up trading for Serge Ibaka, so I still got better value than I did.
Yeah, but those first-rounders are late. You're banking on them next year, and you're hoping that a team with an actual point guard, Boogie Cousins, Rudy Gay, Reek, is going to be worse than they were. I ain't trading Boogie. I ain't trading Boogie for Buddy. So, gamble. Yeah, be that guy.
Yeah, I'll have a gamble. But hey, Jason Tatum for DeJounte Murray and Victor Oladipo? Why not? Both guys are injury prone. I should have thought about that trade. All right, Jazz are on the board. I'm going to take Taurean Prince, who they ended up taking anyways. Taurean Prince was the pick here at 12. I think it was a good pick. I think he'll probably be one of the only other people to be here. But yeah, the Jazz ended up trading this pick to the Hawks. I'm going to keep it just because I think Taurean Prince could help this team out. I had them going here at 12 with, I got to scroll up, with Henry Ellison. Hawks traded Jeff Teague and got the Jazz's 12th pick. Love this trade for all 3 teams involved, and for the Hawks, this puts them in a perfect position. The Hawks need a big man with Al Horford possibly leaving and Millsap constantly being in trade talks. The Hawks put themselves in a perfect position. In a power forward heavy draft, the Hawks can take Henry Ellison. Ellison is not that athletic and has to work on his defensive game, but his offensive game is spectacular. He's a terrific shooter, can grab boards, and has a high motor, but he's not athletic. So why the hell would you take him?
He's literally the white bread player of college basketball. There's nothing memorable about him, and he never did anything memorable in professionals.
So wait, before this, I thought it was a draft day trade. Apparently, it's not. So whoever has the Hawks has this pick.
Oh no!
So Dave, that would be Dave.
Oh,
Dave has this pick. So
that's why I cocked back. I'm like, I thought this was not a draft day trade. June 22nd.
It was, and that's why
It was the day before the draft.
Yeah, so Dave, you're up. You have the Hawks.
Wonderful.
Dave's like, I didn't expect to be making a pick for the Hawks.
did not think about this yet. So we're just gonna wing it off the top of my head. Hawks roster right now,
I took Taurean Prince.
I mean, in Taurean Prince, we've seen what he's done on the Hawks. That we did live that experience.
Hey, Dave, the Magic are calling, trying to get back up into the top the lottery. Do you want the 24th and 26th pick?
No, I'm good.
Damn it.
Oh, man, this is a toughie because at the time. Oh, does that happen this offseason? It does. We have a issue at center because we lose Al Horford. That he's off contract. He's going to be a Clipper, perhaps. Not a Clipper, a Celtic, perhaps. Now, what the Hawks did in real life was they went out and did the reasonable thing and got Dwight Howard. That's just the reasonable answer. I'm going to take a slight swerve and just take Jakob Poeltl here.
Okay. Good pick.
Think he's best value available on the board. He's a big-time contributor. While he doesn't do anything to stand out as a star, he's just constant delivery, buckets, and boards, game in, game out, knows his role on the team. Yeah.
I like Jake, where he says, how did Furknan Korkmaz not go yet? And yeah,
we don't need to give away secrets.
The flamethrower.
Let's not talk about secrets here. Yeah, Furkan's still available, but we'll talk about him soon. He's definitely going in the first round. All right, let's talk now about the Suns. Dave, this is via the Wizards. You're up on the board. The Suns here ended up trading this pick to the Sacramento Kings. It was, like we talked about earlier, the Kings got two of Phoenix first rounders, 13 and 28, the 2020 second rounder, and the rights for Bogdan Bogdanovic. And Phoenix acquired the 8th pick, and the Kings ended up taking Georgios Papagiannis, the biggest reach in NBA draft history. Where are you feeling here for the Suns at 13?
They really could use a power forward on this team because I'm not taking, Dragon Bender or Marquise Chris, clearly. Well, not that I know of yet. I could take Dragon Bender, and I do have faith that but clearly he can't develop. That's what I've learned. So I look at this draft, and I'm just going to go with Taurean Waller Prince. Good guy. He can cover both 3 and the 4. He can defend. He can shoot. Give me a little bit of everything out there. Seems just like a perfect complementary piece.
All right, and here it is. Moment of truth. 14th overall. I think I missed a couple picks there. For that one, I had the Suns taking Malachi Richardson. Mm-hmm. I love Malachi Richardson. I might be forcing a spot for him. Oh, I did. The Suns already drafted Chris, and they filled their stretch 4 need. If Ellison or Scale available, then they might double up on that position. They did. They ended up taking Chris and Bender. But they might want to back up guard help. Pairing Booker and Richardson would give them a dynamic scoring pair with Booker's long-range shot and Richardson's inside scoring. He could see time at the small forward with his wingspan, and he does not. But let's now move into the 14th pick. This is the Bulls pick. No trades involved. They ended up taking Denzel Valentine. In my mock, I had them taking DeJounte Murray. Teams might shy away from Murray due to his shot and turnovers, but his ceiling is massive. If he falls to the Bulls, then this might be the steal of the draft. Well, the Suns got a steal at 29. Ricky, he's already off the board as Spurs, you took him. Yeah. Spurs, right. He's already off the board as you took him earlier with the 11th pick. Where are you going here with the Bulls?
I mean, I'll be completely honest. I was hoping that for some reason, either two things were crossing my mind. Either a LeVert or a Beasley falls to me at 14.
Take Chris Dunn.
Chris Dunn's still on the board. I didn't think about that. No. There's a different pick that I want to throw out there. And I was going to ask, did we decide if the notable free agents were yes, no, maybe so?
No, they haven't signed yet.
But we're not going to use that pool. So a Fred VanVleet I can't think about here?
No.
Because that's who I would think about. I would think about Fred VanVleet.
Yeah. I think Fred VanVleet probably would have been off the board already.
He would have been.
Okay. But I'm...
Literally to the Suns.
The problem is I wanted that 2 guard because, next year I could probably get a point guard because maybe I trade Jimmy Butler, maybe I don't. I didn't even think about Chris Dunn still being there, so I got to take Chris Dunn. I know he was in the Jimmy. I know he was in the Jimmy deal. Now, does he develop better with the Bulls than he did with the T-Wolves?
Under Thibodeau.
And he's going to be in a Fred Hoiberg system. And hey, you know what? He gets to maybe learn from Rajon Rondo, learn from one of the best.
And D Wade, and he gets to play with Jimmy Butler.
And he gets some playoff. Maybe when Rondo goes down, Chris Dunn steps up in the playoffs, and we sweep that Boston team. Maybe history's rewritten right here for the Bulls. Maybe. Who knows?
Maybe. All right, here's my pick. 15th overall. Nuggets via the Rockets.
Did you say who you had the Bulls take?
You
had Chris
Oh,
Dunn.
who did you?
No, who did you? Did
yes.
you?
Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would have been the steal of the draft, but he ended up going there.
Yeah.
All right, now 15th pick, Denver Nuggets via the Houston Rockets. They acquired this. Denver acquired Joey Dorsey, Nick Johnson, Kostas Papanikolaou,
Oh yeah, I remember him.
Pablo Prigioni, a 2016 first-round draft pick, and cash considerations. And Houston acquired Ty Lawson and a 2017 second-round pick. They ended up taking Juan Hernan Gomez, Juancho. I had them taking Furkan Korkmaz. Korkmaz's shooting is impressive, and in the NBA today, that makes him so valuable. However, you don't know if he'll be able to develop into anything else. He has not been able to. If his ceiling is a dead-eye shooter, then he can be valuable to any team. But if he can develop a defensive game in the NBA, then he might have all-star potential. Woof. That's rough. But honestly, I don't think
it was like half true.
I don't think 2016 Sean's wrong. I'm gonna take Furkan, put him next to Nikola Jokic, and see what happens. Hello?
Yeah, I didn't mute. There's some slight construction.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I mean, we were dead silent, so I thought Ricky would at least pick it up. I set my pick, so. But yeah, I'll go Furkan. Furkan next to Jokic with Jamal Murray, and you got Al Horford, Paul Millsap coming soon. Wrong Hawk. Paul Millsap coming soon. Michael Porter Jr. in a couple drafts from now.
Here's the thing you got to think about too, and I don't know if this played into your decision. He didn't come over right away. He didn't come over until last season. So you're
that
gonna
doesn't matter to me.
Okay.
I mean, because Furkan, it's at any point still gonna be able to shoot threes.
And yet
you
again,
just put him on the Nuggets, and I mean the biggest issue with them, like they had Malik Beasley. Beasley wasn't getting playing time. Korkmaz won't fight for that much playing time.
Yeah.
I don't think he'll see as many issues. Obviously, I'd rather have Beasley though.
And I don't know if maybe Jake, our 76er fan, or if Philly Sean is in Twitch chat, would Furkman had come over right away, or did he only stay because it's like, nah, I don't want to play for the 76ers. I don't want to play for that tanking mess right now. So like, I don't know if he would stay over sees if the Nuggets had drafted him, but if
opportunity came up, who knows?
I was taking that into consideration when I was going to pick him with the Bulls. That, hey, basically his first year would have been Boylan's first year. So
no, he came over 2017, 2018. I mean, he didn't play a ton of games.
Okay.
So I mean,
I was looking his first
year after this.
The first stats they have here for him are 2017, 2018. I misread that.
Yeah, so he missed
2 years ago. Not this season, but 2 years before this one.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, I mean, Furkan is Furkan. All right, next up, Celtics via the Mavericks. This pick ended up being Gershon Yabusele. Boston acquired Jay Crowder, Jameer Nelson, Brandon Wright, a first-round pick protected outside the top 3 plus 15 through 30 in 2015, top 7 in 2016, and a 2016 second-rounder. Dallas acquired Rajon Rondo and Dwight Powell. So here at 16, I'm not going to be taking Gershon Yabusele unless there's a call. If there's a phone call that wants to be made by anybody.
That trade was horrendous. I'm just going to go Bill Simmons mini rant here. That was the trade that I can't understand. Rajon Rondo blew up their title chances that year. It was just one move, and the fact that you had a player who thought he was smarter than a coach, implosion. Well done, Celtics.
I mean, Danny Ainge, the master of the trade to get draft picks.
This one's super easy.
Barely
Is it Juancho?
No.
Who the hell's available? I'm not going to Vika Zubac.
You're not going the soft touch?
No, he's too slow.
All right.
Marquise.
I need this team needs rebounding, and he's getting out rebounded by Sabonis by a ton. I'm trying to find someone more embarrassing than Sabonis. I mean, he's only grabbing 5.4. Yeah, he's only grabbing 5.4 boards.
Take
per
Damian
game.
Jones.
Nah.
Take Marquise Chris.
Take Marquise Chris.
Take Marquise Chris.
Honestly,
do it. Take Marquise Chris. Could you imagine Marquise Chris with a competent front office, coaching staff, and training staff? He could learn the game of basketball and be a very productive player.
Marquise Chris.
Oh, we did it, boys. We got Marquise Chris.
What was my original write-up on Marquise Chris?
I
was falling in love with him. I loved his athletic ability and his ability to rebound and shoot from the outside. Yeah, fucking let's go Marquise Chris.
Yes.
Let's take a bust here.
We are live. Thank you.
So here's the thing I will say with the rest of the picks, because we're not using the notable free agents, I'm just looking at the rest of the players
not
we
drafted free.
Yeah, the
Not drafted.
undrafted guys. Yeah.
UDFA.
All the other guys I'm looking at, and it's like pretty much from here on out, we're drafting guys that, if best, they're going to be backup unit guys. Am I wrong?
That's how the NBA draft usually works.
No. But I mean, we are at pick 19, and these are guys that didn't develop into like guys that I would even want in my starting lineup.
They're not done yet, and you're not always taking. Yeah. I mean, even in this draft, and we're going to talk about the mock draft coming up soon. Like you look at the 4.0. I mean, how many guys that? I mean, if we look at the Celtics at 17 right now, I have them. You guys haven't taken Alexis Pokusevski, and I have taken Leandro Balmaro.
16.
Yeah, but just the Celtics, same spot, like same issue. Both those guys that you were picking aren't going to be in your starting lineup.
No, but I mean like develop down the line. Like I'm looking at guys, and it's like I don't even see guys that are going to even be developing into 6-man territory.
I mean, in this draft,
there's nothing wrong with a bench player.
I didn't know Pascal Siakam. I had him going 52 in my full 2-rounders. I had him going 52. I didn't know he was going to turn into what turned out to be the number 1 overall pick in this redraft.
I mean, Jimmy Butler when he was drafted.
Yeah, these guys in different scenarios could end up being something different. So I mean, Marquise Chris in a different scenario might be good.
Yeah,
probably not, but
I just love the ability. It's the could be. That's that little bit of hope that you just sprinkle out there. Like, oh yeah, I could see where that could happen.
Yeah. Let's go to the 17th pick now. This is the Memphis Grizzlies. They ended up taking Wade Baldwin, who I think was cut the same year he was drafted. I had them taking Domantas Sabonis. Sabonis should be higher. He isn't due to his age, lack of athleticism, and lack of shot. However, his motor, his defensive ability, and his rebounding ability are undeniable. He fits the mold of a Grizzlies player, and learning from Ghazal and Zebo, Sabonis can become a great low post player. I could see him going to the Raptors at 9, but whatever team gets him, he will be a great pick. So Sabonis not on the board here. Dave, who are you going to take here at 17?
I'll take Zell. Take Denzel Valentine here.
Fuck you.
Hell.
Oh, dude is underrated.
That was my pick for the Pistons.
Seriously underrated. Like he's a slower 2, a mid-range speed 3 kind of guy, but like he has the ability to ball handle. He has a professional attitude. He was a older player coming out of college. He can move the ball around in offense. He can rebound. He's improved his game year over year over year. I know the injuries set him back, but I still think he is a complementary piece to a team. He absolutely is a steal here.
He is, and that's why I was like, hometown, like, played in Michigan, I wanted him to the Pistons so badly. Just one more pick.
Okay, and I like
born in Lansing, played in Lansing, plays now, is going to play in Detroit.
And Ricky was just complaining, like, oh, can we just get like the undrafted free agents in here? And then the next pick, he's like, man, I wanted Denzel Valentine so badly.
For the Pistons, it would have been like, Denzel Valentine's not a bad player. I don't think he's a bad player.
He's not good. He's a bench player. But he could be a decent bench player.
We
could see what
his ceiling is 6-man to me.
Oh, yeah. I think he will. I can't wait to see it.
So now I don't know what to do with the Pistons.
Well, Sean, let's read us in on the Pistons. What did you have the Pistons doing with this draft selection? As you text. We'll wait.
Pistons here. I had the Pistons. They took Henry Ellison at 18. This was their pick, and I ended up having them take Wade Baldwin, who the Grizzlies would end up taking. Wade Baldwin could be a great backup for Reggie Jackson. Baldwin can provide a different change of pace from Jackson's high-speed action. Baldwin can be a strong passer and facilitator who can score. Baldwin also adds shooting to this team. Baldwin could be a well-rounded point guard for an upcoming team. Now, hold on. Before you make your pick, Ricky, Wade Baldwin had a win shares of... Oh, maybe it's higher than I thought it was? No, where is Wade Baldwin? Oh, Wade Baldwin had negative 0.3 win shares in his career. So maybe don't take Wade Baldwin.
I'm not taking Wade Baldwin. Like, I was thinking either two things here. Denzel was my 1, or I'm going with a 4 because, yes, they took Henry Ellison. Soapy, I'm not going to make that mistake again. I know Soapy yesterday in our watch-along was not, Soapy being a Pistons fan, was not high on Henry Ellison out of Marquette. I'm not going to make that mistake. There's a couple guys I'm looking at who are 4s.
Who are you talking about?
And
who are you looking at?
I'm looking at
his choice.
I'm looking at either Chris, Bender, or Juancho. That's who I'm looking at.
Juancho.
Well, one of those was drafted already.
Which one? Oh,
Sean
Chris.
took Marquise
Yeah.
Chris already.
So either Juancho or Bender.
There's one right answer.
And I think I'm going to roll the dice on Dragon Bender.
What the fuck?
It wasn't that one.
I think I'm going to roll the dice on Dragon Bender.
What's wrong with you?
A lot of things.
The right answer was Juancho, and this is coming from the Dragon Bender defender.
Yeah.
Like, I can't agree with you on that one.
I'm gonna roll the dice. I'm gonna roll the dice on Dragon Bender. The guy I really, really, really wanted was Denzel, and I'm just gonna like. I know I'm trading Toby in the future. Maybe Dragon Bender develops differently in Detroit than he did in Phoenix.
Man, all right.
And he gets to play behind a vet.
I would argue the development staff's not that much better.
19th pick, Suns via the Nuggets. We obviously had this trade a little bit earlier. I got the Nuggets, got Jamal Murray, and the Suns got the 7th, the 19th, and a future second. So this is the 19th coming back. Dave, your guy Dragon Bender was off the board. Here at 19, Malik Beasley was taken by the Denver Nuggets. I had them going with Thon Maker at this point. Finally, the internet darling has made his appearance. Thon Maker could go to a team like Boston or Phoenix with their multitude of picks, but I feel like it will be a team with a lot of picks who takes Thon. Thon has limitless ceiling, but also a terrible floor. Thon can be a mixtape god. You have seen a great rim protector, energy guy off the bench, a stretch four, or he can never develop and be out of the league in 3 years. Thon will need time to develop and might see team in the D League at the time to go up against slower opponents. Thon is a risky pick, but if he hits, he will be huge. Dave, Thon Maker's on the board. Is he off the board?
I got Taurean Prince, Domantas Sabonis. I've done a pretty good job so far as the Sun. Yeah, which makes me feel like I can take a risk here. But the question is,
you could also just hit. You could also take a good player.
I could just take the best player on the board in my mind, and regardless of position, it's position of need. To be fair, I'll just take Juancho. I'll just take the 4 who can shoot from the outside. You know, train him under the learning of TJ Warren and PJ Tucker. You know, just give him time, let him get that shot down, be totally fine going forward. I've now addressed the 3, the 4, and the 5 for this team. We've still got Devin Booker at the 2.
Do the Suns and the Sixers?
It's a point guard technically, but you know he's just always hurt.
Do the Suns and the Sixers have the best drafts right now, and the most capital from this redraft?
I mean, it's interesting to see. We'll recap later.
I mean, the Celtics did get Marquise Chris. Let's not talk about best draft just yet. All right, 20th overall, we have the Pacers on the clock. I will be picking for them. The Pacers got this from Brooklyn. They acquired the Indiana's first and the second-round pick, Brooklyn did, and Indiana acquired Thad Young. So this is actually Brooklyn's pick, and I screwed up. So Brooklyn's on the clock, and that means Dave. Dave, you're picking. Congratulations.
Another Dave. Dave's on the clock.
Surprise Dave draft. I fucking love these. They come on.
I forgot this was a thing. I should have done a better job at this. But yeah, the Nets are on the board. They ended up taking Karis LeVert here.
Great choice. It
was a great choice. He's off the board, obviously, now. In this pick, they obviously took Karis LeVert. I had them going with Denzel Valentine. Denzel has fallen over concerns over his knees. If there are no concerns, he'd be a top 5 pick. He was. His versatility and ability to play multiple positions make him a great pick. If Denzel can stay healthy, he will add a phenomenal level of depth to this Nets team. Denzel's composure and leadership can also be crucial to this team. Yikes.
So
I mean, no, you nailed everything except for the stay healthy. Oh, Ricky's saying
the reason why I say timeout is this trade was made on the 23rd. It was made on draft night. So if it was on draft night, are we gonna?
I was right.
So it is Sean.
Was it on draft night or on draft day?
It was June 23rd, is what it says.
That was draft day. It was a draft day pick. Yeah. It was right because the Nets didn't have a first round pick. They traded up and got it. So hey,
Marco
Dave, Bellinelli was the
that was the other one. Yeah.
This was Thad Young. This was Thad Young for Indy's first and Brooklyn's first and
you want to do it?
A future second.
Dave, you want to do it? You want the pick? I'll do it. You get.
So Brooklyn would be giving up Thad Young.
You get this pick in a future second, and I get Thad Young.
No, I'm good. I'll keep Thad Young here, and I'll take Jake Layman.
Well, no, the Pacers are on the clock.
No, it's my pick. You don't have a pick.
Oh, you wanted me to give up Thad Young to get the pick.
Yes.
Got it. Well, you can go ahead and take Jake Layman. That's fine.
Sure, I would love Thad Young in this team.
No, I'm good with Thad Young. I understand that.
Dave's like, I'll keep Thad Young, and I want your pick.
I want both.
That's how Dave negotiates.
I'll just take best player available. I'll take a Vika Zubac.
Oh, okay.
Zubac. Where did I have Zubac going in this draft? Zubac, I had him going to the Clippers. Zubac can be a higher if a team wants a draft and stash. The Clippers' ideal pick would be DeAndre Bembry to fill their needs at small forward, but Zubac could be a great center who could score off the bench a couple of years down the road. It's true. I guess he's kind of the starter for them, though. He won't fit into that athletic starting lineup, but his scoring ability can help them thrive off the bench. Let's do it. Yeah. Pacers get a Vika Zubac. All right, so now, 21st overall, the Hawks took DeAndre Bembry. I had them taking DeAndre Bembry. DeAndre Bembry is energetic and athletic, but without a shot, Bembry can step into the small forward position for the Hawks right away, and if he develops the shot, he can be a great part of a playoff team. Bembry seems like the guy that is at his floor at the current form and can only get better. He's still waiting to get better, Dave. Are you taking him?
Jake Layman.
Okay, there we go.
Stick with my boy. Take a great defender on the outside. He's still working on that shot, but he's a long kid. He's very gritty. Good energy, hustle guy. What's up?
Had a couple injuries.
No doubt. But I still think that he's a serviceable bench. So,
all right. Any Jake Layman thoughts, Ricky?
I'm happy that Dave didn't steal my pick for the second time in a row. He did it when it was Denzel over Dragon Bender, and I thought he was going to steal my pick here with the Hawks because there was a guy that they could have drafted that they did draft.
Well, let's pay it off. The tease, 22nd overall. The Hornets are on the clock. Ricky is on the board. The Hornets took Malachi Richardson. They ended up getting this pick because Sacramento. It was a draft day trade, so technically it's Sacramento's pick. I'm not gonna be mean here.
I'm gonna keep the. Was it a draft day trade? So I don't have this. It was
a draft day trade. So this is the Kings.
Okay. So I was gonna say before this, let's recap because we went through 20.
Oh yeah.
Let's recap.
Jesus Christ. All right. So number 1 overall, the Sixers took Pascal Siakam. That was Ricky. At 2 overall, the Lakers. Ricky took Ben Simmons. At 3 overall, the Celtics. I took Brandon Ingram. At 4, the Suns took Jamal Murray, but then they traded it with the Nuggets. The Nuggets now have Jamal Murray. They had to give up the 7th pick, the 19th pick, and the future 2nd. At 5, the T-Wolves. Dave took Jaylen Brown. At 6, the Pelicans. I took Buddy Hield. At 7, the Suns, obviously in that trade a little bit earlier, got Domantas Sabonis with that 7th pick they got. Then at 8, the Kings, Dave took Malcolm Brogdon. At 9, the Raptors via Denver in that Carmelo trade took Malik Beasley. At 10, Bucks.
The Bargnani trade.
Yeah, right. Bargnani trade. At 10, Bucks, Dave took Karis LeVert. At 12, the Magic traded in.
The 76ers traded.
Sixers traded in. I have the wrong teams in. Mm-hmm. Sixers traded in. I have the right colors, wrong teams. Yeah. Sixers traded in with the Magic. The 76ers took DeJounte Murray, and they also got Victor Oladipo. The Magic got 24, 26, and 2017 Kings pick. So they will end up getting the pick that ended up being Markelle Fultz. So the Magic got Markelle Fultz, shocker, the 24th pick and the 26th pick for Victor Oladipo and DeJounte Murray. At 12, the Hawks via the Jazz. Dave took Jakob Poeltl. At 13, the Suns via the Wizards. Dave took Taurean Prince. At 14, the Bulls. Ricky took Chris Dunn. Then at 15, the Nuggets via the Rockets. I took Furkan Korkmaz. At 16, Celtics via the Mavericks. I took Marquise Chris. At 17, the Grizzlies. Dave took Denzel Valentine. At 18, Pistons. Ricky took Dragan Bender. At 19, the Suns via the Nuggets. Dave took Juancho Hernangomez. At 20, the Pacers took Ivica Zubac. And at 21, the Hawks took Jake Layman. All right, Ricky, you had the tease, but it is now the Kings pick. So,
well, I want to
Dave,
ask...
you can either trade it or you can pick. But yeah, who are you going to say, Dave? Ricky?
If Dave wants to give me or wants to take Bargnani, or no, it's
Marco Bellinelli.
Yeah, Bellinelli was acquired by Charlotte. So if you want the no, wait. The way I'm looking at this is the pick was made by Charlotte and then traded to the Kings. So it's if I want to do the trade, if I want Bellinelli, right?
I believe you're right.
Because it says Sacramento acquired Charlotte's first round pick for Marco Bellinelli.
It's your Hornets are on the clock.
So I'm not going to do that because I don't give a crap about Bellinelli. I'm taking DeAndre Bembry. That's who I'm taking.
Oh, yeah, totally.
Yeah, I'd rather have Bembry here than Marco Bellinelli. So the Hornets, easy pick. I'm glad the Hawks didn't steal him.
Bellinelli's a better player than DeAndre Bembry.
Yeah, Bellinelli's older, though.
Yeah, but he's still better.
Bembry's not good at basketball.
Yeah, but we're the Hornets, so we got Kemba for now.
All right, now 23 on the clock. Celtics are on the board. The Celtics at 23 here took Ante Zizic, who ended up going into the Isaiah Thomas, Kyrie Irving trade. So we're really just getting what's it called? Draft capital here.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I'll just fuck it. We ball. Let's just take Ante Zizic. It ended up working out for them.
Yeah, he was your guy anyway.
It worked out for him. So let's go Ante Zizic. He wasn't good, but he ended up being in that trade. So we'll go Ante Zizic.
He's not good yet. He was a developmental project. I think he showed a little promise this year.
He wasn't bad on the Cavs. He's all right. I don't know if I love him, but it's just another issue of, is he fast enough? Doesn't have a shot. You know, I mean, he's not that great of a rebounder. Not super physical. It's kind of iffy. But he ended up getting traded for Kyrie Irving, so I'm going to keep that around.
Yeah.
All right. Next on the board, it is going to the Magic. This is the picks that I got from the 76ers. I got the 24th and 26th in that pick.
Value?
That I'm regretting. 24 and 26 for the 2017 Kings pick for the 11th and Victor Oladipo. Magic are on the board. I don't think I can trade out again, unfortunately.
And you got two of them.
Shit. I'll take a winner. Let's take Pat McCaw.
Ooh, that's how I was going to take with the Warriors if he was there.
That was going to be one of my picks.
Because the finals run through Patrick McCaw, baby.
Why not? Patrick McCaw. All right, 26 Clippers on the board. Dave, who are you taking? Well, yeah, 25. Sorry, the 25th pick you have. Clippers on the board. They took Bryce Johnson out of UNC. I had them taking Zubac. So who are you taking here? You taking Damian
Jones here? Yeah, absolutely. I still like the kid. I think he's got potential. Got all questioning of me when I was like excited about the Hawks getting Damian Jones coming back, and he's like, "Really? Is that really a thing?" And I was like, "Yeah, he's a bouncy kid. He has potential to be a high energy backup center in the league. It's exactly what the Clippers needed. I think it works out great."
All right, there you go. At 27 or at 26, the Magic are on the clock via the 76ers.
You know the pick here. You know the pick you got to do.
And so do I.
Do I? I had them.
He's undrafted still.
This was the 76ers. Pat McCaw. Who am I taking?
Who's someone who's fallen? Thon Maker, baby. You got to go full in with the Magic.
All right.
He's only got 5 more picks to go in the first round.
Hey, maybe if he goes to Orlando, he can develop. Let's go to 27.
Yeah, after you traded Victor Oladipo, and because the Magic aren't going to develop him anyway.
I'm gonna call up the Kings. Bring. Raptors are calling. Dave.
That's you, Dave.
You picking up?
I'll let that one ring.
Really?
All
right, Marco Bellinelli. I'll just get. I want Bellinelli. You get the 27th pick. Give me shooting. Playoff shooter.
I mean, I already landed the guy I wanted in this draft. You're updating it to say the Kings already? I didn't deal.
Yes, Dave.
The Raptors are like, Pascal's not here. We don't want this pick.
I will do the trade. I will do that trade. Why
Dave
not?
Got suckered into
Marco Bellinelli's a Raptor.
Oh, that's funny.
And I will take my boy Abdel Nader. Winner.
The Papagiannis of the redraft. That's what you should have done. You should have taken Papagiannis right here. Papa John's, baby.
I traded myself out. I don't have a pick anymore. All right. 28. Suns via the Cavs. Let's see. Oh, no. Okay, hold on 1 second.
Is this happening now, or is this...
Yeah, it's happening right now. Okay. All right.
Dave and I can do it. We can hold down the fort. So it's just him and then me.
Yep.
Yeah. On the clock, we got the Phoenix Suns via the Cavs. Ended up being traded to the Kings, but it was not in this draft. just yet. I had them going with Ben Bensel here. So we got on the board. I think it's Dave. So Dave.
Yes, it is. And you know what? This is a great opportunity to take you guys back in time to a wonderful period in my life where I started watching international basketball a lot. And there's a kid I fell in love with overseas by the name of Joe Chi.
Oh, okay.
He is a 7-footer who's made of twigs, who could fling it in from the outside. Like, he was just such an interesting prospect. He was the V1 of Bull, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I guess it'd be he's not quite Bull height, but he was still over 7-footer. And yeah, I love the idea of him. I love that the Rockets took him.
Mm-hmm.
And I know there's better players who are still contributing players in the NBA that I could have taken. But at the end of the day, I'm pretty happy taking Joe Chi at the end of the first round.
Damn. I wasn't expecting when you were saying international basketball, I thought you were going to talk about the other international player who has not been taken yet. Do you know who I'm talking about? Because I'm going to take him with the Spurs. The Spurs are the next pick after you. So we're going to have international.
It's totally fair.
TLC, baby.
Yeah.
Timothy Lawawu. What is it?
Lawawu. Yep.
Cabaret. Is it Cabaret?
I say Cabaret, but you know.
Cabaret. But yeah, going international. Also, did Zochi?
Joe. Like Joe.
Joe Chi.
Yep.
Did he come over right away?
Where
is he? There he is.
I want to say...
Seeing him play live in Summer League was awesome, too.
I don't think he came over...
He came over 2017, 2018 was his first year. So he didn't come up... Which for the Suns, with you getting so many picks right now, maybe that's good. You got Juancho, you've got DeMontis Sabonis. Like, that gives you a year to kind of get everything situated and make a spot for him on this team. Because that's another thing on this. Like the redraft, we're not, I don't know about you, with me.
I'm looking at these teams.
I'm looking at the team, but it's not like a in-depth where it's like, oh man, I definitely got a spot for him. It's like, nope, we're going to figure that out after the draft. I'll cut guys if I don't. I've been looking at the teams.
I found some older stuff, so.
Yeah. So yeah, you're going with Joe Chi. I'm going with TLC.
I'm surprised you didn't go for
Gershon Yabuzli. Oh, did we lose Dave? Is this a solo podcast because we lost Dave's internet? No, you're back. You're back. You froze, and I was like, "Uh-oh, we lost Dave." Ricky's got to entertain the masses.
I may drop him soon.
Okay.
So let's wrap this first round up, Ricky.
And then the Warriors. So do you want my real pick or do you want my joke pick? Which pick should I make? The real pick for the Warriors, the joke pick for the Warriors.
Is what, like Deonta Davis?
So the real pick is Skal Labissiere.
Oh.
The joke pick
That's actually genius.
Yeah. The joke pick is Papa John's.
Well done.
Having Papa John's there. But no, I'm going to go Skal Labissiere to the Warriors. He technically was on the Warriors at one point, right?
He was on the Warriors this year.
Was he?
This past year, yes.
Okay. Wikipedia does not have that updated. They have him as Portland.
Maybe I'm wrong.
I thought he played, unless I'm thinking of someone else that was... Oh, we're thinking of Willie Cauley-Stein. That's who we're thinking of. Willie Cauley was on the Warriors.
Yeah,
Skal Labissiere was
got bounced the Mavs. Skal went to Portland.
Yeah.
Yep.
So totally I'm gonna take Skal there then. And that's how we will go up with the redraft. Any final thoughts before I give the full rundown that Sean would usually do? But
I think we did a pretty good job here. I think there's the surprises. I mean, obviously the Pascal Siakam number one was just, it caught everybody off guard.
It was genius.
Couple of draft day trades. We were a little limited in the trades because it was like, hey, we don't want to get too crazy with trading players on the teams because who knows.
We'll leave that craziness to situation. Our actual 2021.
Yeah. But I think overall a lot of these teams did better. I mean, unfortunately, like a team like the Spurs, any late teams got sniped.
Yeah,
the Raptors clearly got sniped. The Spurs got sniped.
I feel bad for the Bulls. I mean, Chris Dunn's not bad, but he's not who I wanted there.
Still a better player than who they drafted, maybe not.
I apologize to the Pistons because I really wanted Denzel, but Dave, sniped him. So the reaction pick of taking Dragon Bender probably wasn't the best one. But just a quick rundown.
I like him still, but
a quick rundown before we end things. Number 1, the 76ers, I took Pascal Siakam. Lakers, that pick was made by me, Ben Simmons. Sean with the Celtics at 3 took Brandon Ingram. Dave made the pick for the Suns, but it got traded to the Nuggets. So Sean made the trade to get Jamal Murray in a Nugget uniform at 4. Dave for the T-Wolves took Jaylen Brown. Then Sean at 6 for the Pelicans took Buddy Hield. Then the Suns in that trade with the Nuggets, Dave got took Domantas Sabonis at number 7. Kings at 8, Dave took Malcolm Brogdon. The Raptors, Sean at number 9 took Malik Beasley. Then Dave took the other guy that I wanted for the Bulls, Karis LeVert. He went to the Bucks at 10. 76ers move up. They trade both their first rounders and next year's first for the 11th overall pick, which was DeJounte Murray and Victor Oladipo. The Hawks at 12, Dave took Jakob Poeltl. Suns at 14, Dave took Taurean Prince. Myself at 14, Bulls take Chris Dunn. Nuggets at 15, they take Furkan Korkmaz, or Forkman Korkmaz, as I like to call him. At 16, the Celtics, Sean took Marquise Chris. Grizzlies at 17, Dave took Denzel Valentine. He sniped him, so I reactioned Dragon Bender to the Detroit Pistons at 18. 19, the Suns took Juancho Hernan Gomez. The Pacers at 20 took Zubac. Then at 21, the Hawks took Jake Layman. That was a Dave pick. Then myself for the Hornets, DeAndre Bembry at 22. Sean, the Celtics at 23, took Zizic. Sean, the Magic, took Patrick McCaw at 24. Dave's Clippers took Damian Jones. Sean for the Magic again took Thon Maker. They got both of the Sixers picks. The Kings, Dave took Abdel Nader. That was a trade, the Marco Bellinelli for the 28th pick with the Raptors. Dave with the Suns taking Joe Chi. Then I took TLC with the Spurs, and then ended things out with Scal Labissiere to the Warriors. So, Dave, before we end this, because Sean's taking his call, any final thoughts on this? And did this make you want to do 2017 at a future date?
Oh, I definitely want to do 2017 in a future date. Quick shout to Twitch chat. Sophie, I really wish you didn't give the Pistons Bender.
Yeah. I regret that. There's always one pick Ricky regrets on a live mock.
Well, I felt like that was the emotional. Like, I know Dave likes Dragon. I'm gonna take him so Dave can't.
Yeah, and I was like, is Hernan Gomez really that much better than Dragon Bender?
Honestly, I still think Dragon Bender's got a higher upside. I really do. I'm still not giving
Dave's
up.
I'm sneaking in the stand.
He's 22.
He's
Obi
20.
Toppin's older than him.
He's 22, and we're in 2020, and this was 4 years ago. What?
Yeah.
What?
He was drafted at 18.
Oh,
he
man.
was a young prospect. No, I think I personally feel like we all did a pretty good job. I mean, the Pascal Siakam thing, what you did for the 76ers this draft, DeJounte Murray, Pascal Siakam, Victor Oladipo, seriously, that's an incredible move.
And now people bashing me for not taking Ben Simmons?
I don't know, but I can't understand what made Sean trade back to 25 and 27. I guess
I think it was next year's first. That's what it was.
But when you look at, I don't know.
The hope of getting Jason Tatum on the Magic next year.
I don't know.
That's my question. These trades we made, do we keep? No. Do we keep them going in 2017?
No.
So basically, we have an
new
NC
timeline.
like kind of like
it's a new
the
timeline.
fast break cinematic universe. This is our draft universe.
It's a No, I just
so then the Magic would have the 76er pick.
Nah.
They would be able to trade up and take...
It's too hard to track over time.
Just based off of the deals we made right here.
Yeah.
Yeah, which
would not... General audience, people who aren't here watching this first one.
No, I know.
A little upset in the second one.
I'm just saying, the only ones we'd have to keep track of is your son's pick doesn't matter because we're not doing seconds. The Vic one would just be, the 76er pick last year. our next year would be the Magic. That's the only one we did. But that's going to do it for the fast break. I'm going to close out the fast break because Sean's taking a call for work. Thank you guys for watching and listening, however you guys come in and do that, digest the podcast. Also, thank you to all of our patrons. If you would like to be a patron, go to patreon.com/most valuable podcast. I know this is an NBA podcast, but if you're an NFL fan also, we're going to be doing a watch along for the draft that will be streamed on Twitch, but the patrons will be able to conversate with us over voice. So if you want to do that, go ahead and patreon.com/most valuable podcast. Go and check us out on, if you're on YouTube, check us out on Twitch. If you're on Twitch, go check us out on YouTube. I'm thinking, am I missing anything? Because I have not done this in a while. But for Sean, who's down here, for Dave, who's over there to my left, thank you guys for watching and listening. And as always, have a good day, everybody.